Hi, my name's Brandon. I'm 42 years old. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I have CVID. I was diagnosed when I was 37 years old. I was fairly healthy growing up. I didn't start getting sick a lot until I was in my late 20s to early 30s. Had a lot of sinus infections. I would always turn a cold into a sinus infection. That was my track record. It could never really seem to shake it. When I was 37, I found myself in the hospital with severe case of pneumonia. It was my third pneumonia, but this one was pretty serious. In the hospital with pneumonia, had bacteremia. I was in a very bad place. Fortunately, I had some doctors that wanted to get to the bottom of it and figure out why this relatively healthy 37-year-old was dealing with this third pneumonia and in the hospital, in just such bad shape. So they did some blood work and discovered my IgG was very low. Unfortunately, the doctor that was treating me knew the right people to reach out to. So they reached out to one of the immunologists up at the University Hospital, and they were able to make the diagnosis and get me started on IVIG. I've been getting IVIG therapy every 4 weeks since then, and it's done wonders. When I met with my immunologist shortly after my diagnosis, so he could fill me in on all the details and what to look forward to, one thing he told me that just really stuck was, with getting on a treatment plan, the goal with CVID, or any PI for that matter, when you're on a treatment plan, is to die with it and not of it. And being on a treatment plan will enable you to live your life as you were before. You don't have to let this condition run you. And I took that literally. 6 months to the day of being hospitalized and getting my diagnosis, I ran my first marathon. I'd been a runner for quite a while prior to my diagnosis, and I'd run a half marathon. So I figured the marathon would be the true test. How can I push myself now that I've been given a second chance? So I ran a marathon, and I finished. I think my time was about 3 hours and 45 minutes. Pretty respectable, I think. And since then, I've ran numerous half marathons, 5Ks, 10Ks. Started doing triathlons after that. Started off with sprint distance, upped it to Olympic distance. And last year I competed in my first half-distance triathlon. Half-distance meaning 1.2 mile swim, followed by a 56-mile bike ride, and followed up with a half marathon. My goal time was to finish in under 6 hours, and I finished around the 5:50 mark, so I was pretty pleased with that. It was the hardest race I've ever done physically and mentally. It was quite challenging, but so I'm testament that with the right treatment program, you can get out and do the things you like to do. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let that little voice in your head say, hey, I have PI, I can't do anything, woe is me. I refuse to be that person, and I'm hoping, if you're watching this, that you get that little spark of inspiration, and you won't be that person either. Get out and live your life. You don't have to do half Iron distance triathlons to fulfill yourself. You get out and walk. If walking's your thing, just get out and walk and be active. You know, there are days that I don't feel like I can do it. You know, or I feel like I've pushed myself too hard, but you know, I'm human. I still get sick, just not as often, and I have to take a step back and listen to my body and dial it back a little bit. You know, and that's okay. I know that giving my body a little bit of a rest, I'll be back on the horse again and get out there and jump right back in. So, you know, I hope that I can inspire anybody, somebody that's watching this to get out there and be active and do your thing. So I hope to see you out there on a race trail someday, and let's do it.